One of the things that I also, I don't know, maybe I observe, hear it, but many times at the conference, people get inspired. They get all excited. And
Sure.
then, they go back to the office and all of a sudden they kind of run into a roadblock. Right.
Yeah.
And so I'm just wondering, like, how, I don't know, is there anything? And I know one of the things I like about your book is you talk about principles and practices. So there
Mhm.
may be something around practices around this, but when I don't know, people come back to the office and all of a sudden they're ready to get healthy, but they run into roadblocks. Maybe I don't know, it could be work, it could be people in the work, whatever that is. How do I don't know? Do you give any tips around how you push through during difficult times?
I'm going to say many years ago, that I think it started with that movie, Just What About Bob or
Yeah.
Just About Bob.
With Bill
And
Murray.
it
Yeah.
was about baby steps.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
and that's really kind of transferred to
Oh,
a concept that Lee put in this book, looking at a mountain climber's world. It's called the 3-foot world, taking just 3 steps forward. Because if you look up too high, you fall. So framing your world in those 3 baby
mm,
steps. And I encountered a health challenge where I was, thinking about all the permutations that could go wrong the day after Lee put that in the manuscript. And I thought, oh, that was great, because you go back and forth. And I had a physician go to me and look me in the eyes and take my hands and say, Julie, 3 feet ahead, just
mm,
3 feet ahead. So I take that baby step concept into that 3 feet ahead and say, just do a few things, just take a few steps forward in that, that sea of confusion or, anxiousness or whatever happens when you get back to the office and things go crazy. Just a little bit forward,
Yeah.
and you'll be on your way to the journey over time.
Sure. And I would absolutely agree on that. And then I would just say couple that with make sure you have a tool. Because again, sometimes people come
mm.
away from a conference or
Yeah.
speaking like they are excited, but then like, okay, what do I do? So real transformation happens just little baby steps at a time,
Mhm.
focusing on one thing, really getting good at it, then not having to think about it, then only then layering on something else. That's the only way to sustainable change. But I think we all get seduced a little bit about trying to like,
Overnight.
overnight,
Yeah.
transform ourselves. It's one baby step.
This is fantastic.